Naoya Inoue versus Murodjon Akhmadaliev. But first, y'all help me run the numbers up on this video. All right, so this one takes place Sunday, September 14th over in Japan, and it is for Inoue's undisputed titles at 122 pounds. Now, this fight caps off an excellent fight weekend. Saturday, you got Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford, as well as UFC Noche. Sunday morning, we close things out with Inoue versus MJ. Now, a couple of key things I'm looking forward to in this fight. Does Inoue willingly stand in front of MJ and exchange with him? He's been dropped in 2 of his last 4 fights against Luis Neri and Ramon Cardenas. Now, I don't think Cardenas or Neri punch as hard as MJ. Now, Inoue has a great jab and he's a fantastic boxer. You know, people are so in love with his power, they underestimate him as a boxer. So, depending on his approach, he has the potential to make this a pretty easy and comfortable fight if he chooses to box and stay on the outside. Now, we all know that Inoue has that dog in him. He likes to mix it up and exchange with his opponents, which would be beneficial for MJ. Going into the fight between Inoue and Stephen Fulton, I thought that Fulton was a better boxer and he had the faster hands. Very quickly, Inoue established that he's much faster, much more explosive, and he's a better boxer. He neutralized a technical boxer, that is Stephen Fulton. Since then, Fulton has gone up to 126 pounds, dominated Brandon Figueroa in the rematch, defeated Carlos Castro, become a champion. Now he's challenging O'Shaquie Foster for his title at 130 pounds, I believe in October. So that just goes to show you how impressive Inoue's victory over Stephen Fulton was. Now, as for MJ, his footwork and hand speed is a little slow, so he's gonna have to find a way to make Inoue exchange with him, whether that be in the center of the ring or he tries to push him back along the ropes. However, Inoue is too intelligent and too athletic to allow himself to be caught along the ropes, unless he wants to, so what does MJ do to make Inoue exchange with them? But it has the makings for a great fight. I'm not sure who's gonna win, and credit to Inoue, man, for being an active champion. He's constantly fighting 3-4 times a year. I really appreciate guys like him and Alexander Usyk. It's one thing to be active as a prospect, working your way up the rankings, but it's another thing to be on the top 10 pound for pound list, universally recognized as a top 3 fighter in the world and fighting as much as these guys do. So you got to appreciate them while you got them. But y'all let me know who you got one in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share that thing. Until next time.